All right, guys, welcome back to the Nice Fast Channel. Look out! Kizer is dropping new drop bears, and it is time to take a look at them. Now, we have reviewed the Kizer drop bear before on the channel, but these are new versions, new variants, and some really cool stuff. Now, the three up top here all come, oh, good grief, by way of my buddy Lefty EDC, and you can see we have three versions here. The Drop Bear 2 in AEBL blade and a button liner lock, okay? And then we have the AEBL blade with G10 and a clutch lock, and then we have a razor blade utility version or with acrylic handle and a clutch lock. And then we have one other to look at that came from Blade Show. So let's jump in and open these up and take a look. Now, this is a regular drop bear, and everything above that is a drop bear 2, okay? And I'm not exactly sure what the huge differences are, but we'll try to dive into those. This is not a full review. This is just kind of an overview of these puppies, and we'll go from there. Now, normally I wouldn't spend a lot of time on this drop bear, one, because we've seen it before, but this is the one that I got from Blade Show at the Kizer meet. You can see it says 12th anniversary, it says Atlanta, and it's acrylic on top. Here's the cool thing. You can get, when I first got this, I said to everybody, you can't really get this, but you can. There are versions on their website of this. One says happy birthday, one says like summer, I think, or something like that. But there's a bunch of different ones in this original drop bear where basically you have acrylic, and then on the liners underneath, they're putting designs. The happy birthday one looks really cool. They all look really cool. So check it out. I'll leave a link to all of these below. Drop bear is a huge, this is just like CJRB on their Pyrite. There are a million drop bears. There's now a clip point version. There are fixed blade versions. There are clutch lock versions. There are button lock versions. You name it, they're everywhere. Now, this one is about $69. We'll put that out of the way. Now we're going to go to the utility drop bear 2, or the utility bear, or UT bear, I guess they're calling it. And this is not necessarily a drop bear 2. This is the drop bear utility. But I will tell you, there's more chamfering on the edges of these scales. And I think that might be the big difference. If you look at this drop bear, there is some chamfering here, but I feel like on the drop bear 2, there's more sort of contouring on those edges. You can see, though, we still have acrylic, but now we have silver liners in there with lots of, what's the word, Casey? Milling for weight reduction. It is a clutch lock with that adjustable spring. Very cool. Now, this does come with a box of razor blades. Now, you can see, to take this off, you take those 2 screws out, you pop it out, you put a new one in, you put this 2 screws back in. Very cool. We have the same clip. It is reversible. It sits on the scale. Very good milling. I love this milling. It feels wonderful. You can see we have a fidgety work utility knife with more blade length than a lot of people are giving us on these folding utility knives, and a place to choke up, 4-finger grip. Very nice. So that is the UT bear, or the utility drop bear, for sure. Now, there are 2 more versions here. This one is the one I'm the most excited and interested about. And by the way, these are all, I would like to say that I just unboxed these a couple days, or yesterday, I think, and they came with messy blades. So that is Lefty's fault, not mine. I haven't even cut with these yet. So before you say it, I haven't. But this is a button lock, but it's the right kind of button lock. And what I mean by that is, if you look right here, there is, can you see that? Not really, but there's a liner in there. It's a top liner, or really a mid liner, I would call it. And when you push that button, it releases that, so you have an actual detent. Whoops. All right, get my finger out of the way. Let's see. Yep. Very nice. Now, these two, this one and this one, are in AEB-L steel. I am not finding those anywhere for sale. So if you know where to find the drop bear in the AEB-L, please leave a comment and let us know, okay? Now, again, heavier chamfering, which gives you that feeling of contour, and I would say, yep, definitely thinner. You see that? So the reason on this one is this has full liners. This has nested liners. They are still full liners, but they are nested. I wish they would do this on more of their knives. So we have a thinner and more contoured knife. We have jimping all the way up to here. We have jimping for that pinch grip, okay? And we have a great sharpening choil. And again, we have a full detent with a button lock. This is probably, now this is my favorite drop bear, okay? Just is. Fan-flippin-tastic. Now, again, we're going to go back to the thin, thick conversation. So this is the drop bear 2. This is the regular drop bear. So again, the drop bear 2 is thinner, even with full liners. This one has full liners, and it's thinner, and the contouring makes it feel even thinner. It's not as thin as this one, but it's pretty dang close, okay? Now, this is a clutch lock, which means it's adjustable. It doesn't have a true ball detent, but it is very snappy. This is really nice. Again, spear point blades all the way around. Nice sharpening choil. No lock, rock, or blade play. How about on this one? No, not going anywhere. These are all locked up. They're all on bearings. They're all super, super cool. Now, on the two bottom ones here, I see this one listed as $65.95, but again, that is in Nitro V, not AEB-L, so it might be less, okay? And then the button lock one is listed as $65.95, but again, that's in Nitro V, and so I'm not sure how much these are in AEB-L. I would expect them to be a little less expensive, but I am not sure. Now you can see the banding in the G10 here, nice contouring, and a little bit of grip texture, but this is not checkered on this one. This one, on the other hand, is checkered and very grippy, okay? Again, everything's lined up. Everything has incredible action. I will leave links to all these down below. Now, real quick, let's do our comparisons and then wrap this up. So we've been doing the Tempest pinion and the microburst. We're going to add these. Pinion's 8 inches, microburst is 7. So we're very close to microburst territory. You can see the drop bear 2 is a little bit shorter than the drop bear 1, okay? You see that? And the utility is as well, okay? And then our Ontario Rat 1 goes up here, which is going to be way bigger, and our Ontario Rat 2 is going to be a little bit bigger, okay? So that's what we've got for you guys on this one. I know this is just a quick kind of first impression / overview, but I've already reviewed the drop point before. I mean, the drop bear before. Wow, not the drop point, the drop bear. Too many drops going on, and I need to get these moving in the pass around group. So I figured I would just hammer these home. And guys, the point is, Kizer's doing really cool stuff. And to me, this is the winner of the whole pile of knives. This is so snappy, so thin, hidden liners, top liner lock, great button, great action, slicey cutter. Matter of fact, let's just, you guys know you can't come to a Knives Fast video without a little bit of cutting. So let's do that real quick here. Yep, very slicey. And let's try the other drop bear too. Yep. Very, very slicey and thin. I love it. And you already know the drop bear 1 cuts, and the utility is going to cut because it's a razor blade. And you can change it if it doesn't. So really, really cool. I enjoyed checking these out for sure. Hope you guys did as well. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. And again, 4 knives here. So really good. I enjoyed it. Definitely thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.